gonna talk about movies with my best bud Cal and me.
Hello and welcome to Real Talk.
Let's not do that one. Remove it from the record, dog. You can't be doing that.
I'd like that to be retracted from the record.
Retracted from the records.
That'd be funny. No. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Real Talk. I am Tommy Padrone, and this is my host, co-host.
What's up? I'm Cal. I'm happy to be here. Let's get talking.
And we are
good buddies.
the best of friends.
The best of friends. We happy to be here.
We just
happy to be here.
Dude,
we love you guys. We love.
Dude, yesterday, dude,
Dude.
freaking went to watch Minions and Monsters all by myself, dude. Took a nap in the theater, bro.
How much of that movie did you actually see?
Heavenly experience.
Dude.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty. I fell asleep in like the third act. I was like in and out of consciousness. But it was funny. It was good.
I'm not gonna lie, I low-key did that in like the first act, end of the first act of Disclosure Day. But that movie is paced in such a way that I woke up. In reality, I didn't miss anything.
No.
But I thought I missed so much.
You probably missed,
what are they
like,
saying?
The second part of them being like, oh no, they're coming. Run away.
I had nothing. I was so confused. But then I realized, I was like, wait, no actual information has been revealed.
Nothing's happened yet.
I'm just slightly confused. Nah, man, I'm happy to be here. Happy Minions and Monsters is out, dude. Just
Heck yeah, dude. It's killing it. Freaking like 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not true.
It's true. I think it's a critic score too, which is crazy.
What does the Odyssey have?
What does it
Real
have?
quick, actually, just shout out the Odyssey. Found out today that it took 6 days to reach 1 million reviews on Letterboxd.
Wow. Yeah, I was so surprised.
That's the fastest that's ever happened.
I was so surprised when I looked at it like last week or the week before, and I was like, that many people have already seen this movie?
Unbelievable.
I was like, there are that many like early screenings and like pre-screenings and like whatever like premieres that like that many people on Letterboxd have like already seen it and like logged. Like, that's crazy.
The hype is real. Christopher Nolan's got the sauce, dude. Don't sleep on my guy Chris ever.
Truly.
Tenet was a one-off.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. I've like
Dunkirk needs more love. I'm gonna die on that hill. Go watch Dunkirk again if you haven't.
I do have to watch Dunkirk again. I don't remember where I was when I watched it.
Watch
the first
Dunkirk
time.
Again.
I will watch it again. I have to watch Dunkirk again. I feel like I have to watch Tenet again, even though I've seen it twice. But I just feel the need to watch it again.
I understand that.
You have to watch it.
Kind of movie.
You have to watch it for the first time.
It's true. I can't actually speak on Tenet because I haven't seen it.
Being a bad boy.
Don't do that.
No.
No.
Wait, this isn't a spoiler. Okay, so I saw the Odyssey on Friday.
Okay, tell me about it.
Insane. Incredible. I've seen a lot of people talking about on Instagram that like Nolan is really showing off his like a different side of himself. They're like, yo, Nolan needs to do a horror movie because
that's what I've been hearing. I haven't seen it yet.
It's
full disclosure.
Freaking scary, bro. Those freaking monsters and crap are freaky as hell. Like it's terrifying. Some of those freaking monsters, man.
Yes.
But yeah, I like, and then now like seeing like some of the behind the scenes of like the giant Cyclops puppet. Like, brother.
That's what it's all about, man. I'm glad we're back to this, and I'm glad that people are recognizing this and giving it praise and attention that it deserves. Because that's what it's all about. Because no matter how much CGI slop you're going to get, there's always going to be someone with the sauce that's going to be making the sauce. Call him the chef.
Even like the scene with the giants, like the last Strigonian giants, that's like one of the common like posters that's being used. It's like him in front of like those like giant dudes. I was like, they're just CGI. Like that's fine. Like it's cool. Dude, they're freaking not.
Who are these people?
So what they did is it's like forced perspective so they had like 7 cameras going at different angles to get like the perfect perspectives for different shots, and then that specific like back shot where the dudes are coming at him.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say? That specific what? I'm sorry, take it out, keep going. My
Got
fault.
me, dude. Leave it in. No, the specific shot of Odysseus and like his men from like their backs. Matt Damon said he was saying specifically that his body double was a woman. So it's like a sub 5-foot woman, and these dudes that are like 7 feet tall. Like they got like the hugest dudes they could find and the littlest people they could find to act as body doubles for Odysseus and his crew to create a practical effect for these giants.
Incredible.
Freaking phenomenal. Like
Nolan watched Lord of the Rings.
Nolan has all the extended cuts and the full book sets of Lord of the
Bring
Rings.
it back.
For real, dude. And as it should be, bro. Like I saw another, like now all of my feed is like Nolan and the Odyssey and whatever.
Oh yeah.
I saw another one. I've seen a few clips lately of like Nolan in. It's not like the Criterion Closet, but it's like him with some of his actors in like a movie closet, or there's like there's a bunch of movies, and there was one of him with Cillian Murphy. And he was talking about Heat. He was like, "Oh, Heat, a classic film, incredible film." And I'm like, "Heck yeah!" Like, of course Nolan knows and loves Heat. And he said then he's like, "I know it, I love it. I keep on ripping it off. Specifically, the bank heist in Dark Knight is a ripoff of Heat." And I'm like, I never like put that together, but like same vibes and
100%.
like super cool, super awesome. That's how that's a super pleasing thing to see in a filmmaker, is that they like recognize, give credit to, and take inspiration from these other great works of film.
I also learned recently that Nolan's a big fan of Fast and Furious. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's not. Art imitates life, or whatever they say.
Yeah, whatever the frick, dude. Is that why they played?
He said, "Start with Tokyo Drift," which I was like, "This dude is a ball knower. He knows what he wants."
Yo, that just blew my mind, because if you think about it, when you think about it, the Fast and Furious movies came out not in chronological order. So that's such a Nolan thing to be like, you know, this movie series that already has its like theatrical releases that aren't in chronological order. Watch it in a different order that isn't the theatrical release or the chronological order. Start with the third movie, because that third movie introduces the character Dominic Toretto, who you've never seen before, playing and you're like, who the frick is this dude? And then you watch Fast and Furious and you're like, that's who the frick is this dude?
That's who the Dom Toretto is. Incredible.
And then you watch freaking Fast 5 and you're like, oh, that's who Han is. And then wow, blew my mind, bro.
That's all I'm saying. That's all it takes, man.
That reminds me of, have you seen that one clip of like what's his name, like John David Washington, and I don't know who it is.
Jackie
it's like him,
Box
Jackie Box. Know what I'm saying? He's like, Christopher Nolan and the Fast and Furious films, just artists in conversation. Jackie Chan boxing, know what I'm saying? Nah, that's hilarious.
Dang, bro.
What do you think about that? Because specifically like talking about like the Criterion Closet, it's just this place of all of these acclaimed films. I don't even know how a film becomes part of the Criterion collection, but like even within the Criterion collection, there are certain films that some will say like, dude, that's such an NPC pick. You know what I mean?
Like what kind of films are we talking? Like French New Wave type stuff, or like I don't understand.
Yeah, like it could be
Like
whatever, like like things that are within like the Criterion collection. Like for example, the Fantastic Mr. Fox is part of the Criterion collection. In the Mood for Love, The Seventh Seal, House. Like those are all movies that are part of the Criterion collection, amongst like hundreds of others. But like even me saying that, those are like the popular ones. You know what I mean? And even in saying like those are the popular ones, your average person is like, what the frick is this?
Yeah, I get that. I'm not quite sure of the criteria. Wow. I'm not sure what it takes to get into the Criterion Collection. I guess like what comes to mind for me when I think of the Criterion Collection, like the Criterion Closet, whatever you want to say, is like I'm thinking of like Akira Kurosawa movies. I'm thinking of like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. I guess it sounds weird, but like old international movies is what's coming to mind.
Yeah.
And so I'm not like in my brain like Jackie Chan box set or like even the Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is an incredible film. I really like that one. It's just not what I see it as, and so I can understand why people think like NPC picks because they're popular movies that we see today that are domestic.
Yeah.
know?
It says here, the Criterion Collection Incorporated is an American home entertainment distribution company that focuses on licensing, restoring, and distributing, quote, important classic and contemporary films, unquote. So,
Contemporary.
yeah. So, what is contemporary? I don't even know the definition of the word. Contemporary generally refers to something existing, occurring, or living at the same time. Most commonly means modern or characteristic in the present day. As a noun, it describes a person or thing belonging to the same era or age as another. So, when you call like an older film contemporary, that's like saying what? That it's like valid or like significant in our day and age as well?
It's chill
Like
like
it's
that.
timeless? It
Instant
passes the
classic.
vibe check? It just passes the vibe
Yeah.
check.
I mean, I could Fantastic Mr. Fox. I keep going back to this.
Yeah.
But like that's I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, because synonyms are
withstanding the
like
test of time. Yeah.
synonyms are current, present day, modern, contemporaneous, coexisting, and synchronous. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because that's really what it is. Like of the few films that I've seen that are within the Criterion Collection, they're phenomenal films in part because of their timeless value. It's movies that I'm like, yeah, like you need to watch this film. Like it doesn't matter like who you are, where you're from. That's why like we associate that so much with foreign film as well, is because how many of the films in the world are, made domestically in relation to us.
Yeah.
And how many are we missing out on simply because we're not in a certain time or place. And so that's,
Interesting.
I guess, is a very cool and good thing about the Criterion Collection is it brings things to us that we otherwise would never have seen or heard.
It's true. I took but I took an international cinema class recently at the university I go to.
Nerd.
Yeah, my fault. And I would say a majority of the movies that we watched, majority of the films we watched, began with the little Criterion Collection logo. I think it's because we did choose. They weren't all international. Some were like culturally like important that were made domestically, whatever. But I would say most of them did have the Criterion Collection beginning. No matter, some were relatively recent that did have that tag on the beginning of the film, and so, and I would say I would call them contemporary. I would call them impactful, and so that criteria that you've just kind of laid out, I would agree. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, like I remember around the time that you and I first met, you had mentioned, or you told me about The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is a film I'd never heard of. I still have yet to see it.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, what about that film do you think makes it contemporary and timeless?
I think it uses every single aspect of a film to the highest degree. You probably already knew this, but the art direction heavily influenced La La Land, and so colors are everywhere. Colors are interacting with what's going on in the story, and your subconscious is kind of speaking to you based on this like set direction, art direction, what you're seeing there. The whole film is like a Les Mis style, like they're singing the entire time. Mm-hmm. Every line of dialogue is sung, which I will admit can lead to some pretty funny scenes because they're just having like small talk. But it's okay. Good. I just wanna go on a little tangent here because I love this part of the movie because I think it's hilarious.
Please.
End of the movie, something very important is happening. I'm not gonna spoil it for you or for anyone. However, they're at a gas station, and these two are talking, and it's like a big full circle moment. The whole movie has led to this moment, and a man steps in, and this is in song, and says, "Excuse me, ma'am. What kind of gas do you want in your car? Like regular or premium?" And she goes, "I don't care." And he goes, "Maybe you should care." And she goes, "Just put in whatever you want." And he goes, "Okay, I'm going to put in premium." And she goes, "Okay." Then he leaves. And that was all in song. And it kills me every time I see it. I love that scene of the movie.
I remember you like telling me. I just remember your expression and just you going like this. You just go, "Wee."
That's straight up. I maybe need to go back and watch it. I think I've seen it twice, but maybe I need to go back and watch it. It's been a little while. If I am misrepresenting this movie in any way, I apologize. But I do think because I remember the first time I saw it.
Whoever made it's dead, dude.
Yeah, he's long gone. But he actually made some other pretty significant films as well. It's big in that French era of film. But like I said, everything in this film that is a film thing is used to the biggest extent. Like the camera's moving, the colors are big, the music is big, and it's. I think when I saw it initially, I was like, this movie's weird. And then the more I thought about it, and the more I kind of sat on it, I was like, this movie is incredible. I love this movie. Then I went and I showed it to my parents. I was like, this movie's awesome. And yeah, you can see it kind of, its inspiration bleed throughout film history in how it uses those colors and how it uses sound and music to build on stuff. I think it's an incredibly underrated film in how it's kind of like how people say, like, if you don't like Lord of the Rings, you probably like something that was inspired by Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. There's that funny skit. Oh, frick, I can't remember the guy's name. There's these guys that make these funny videos, and in the skit, everyone's talking. He's like, "Oh, what's your favorite movie?" "Oh, I don't know. Maybe like Jaws." "Oh, I like Jaws." "Oh, yeah, that's a really good movie." "Yeah, what about you?" I don't know." And the guy just comes in. He's like, "The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari." Yeah, I really like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
The Friday beers are almost Friday or something.
Yeah, those guys. It's like, what is that? "Oh, you haven't seen it?" "Yeah, of course you haven't. You know that movie you like, the one you like, Jaws? Yeah, it influenced that movie." It's so funny. And then he starts like making fun. He's like, "Oh, you like the movie with the big shark, huh? Yeah, the movie with the big shark. Yeah." So funny, dude. So like,
I never want to be that guy, man.
Exactly. Like, it's funny that like there are guys, there are people like that, you know, because they feel like they found something that's so niche, they think it makes them better or whatever. And honestly, I can relate a little. Sometimes I feel that way, where I'm like, oh, I've seen like this many films, and I've seen this film, and I actually appreciate it. And I'm not just like pretending to appreciate it, but I actually like it.
I'm gonna tell you I love you before I say this. You were doing that to me with the Seventh Seal, bro. You were destroying me with the Seventh Seal, bro.
I was just gonna say.
You saw the Seventh Seal, and all of a sudden you're so much better than me. Put it on your top 4, you piece of crap, dude.
I was just gonna say that like I feel a little bit of like imposter syndrome for having the Seventh Seal as one of my top 4, but I genuinely did like really like I love the movie and like resonate with it. You know, like there's a reason why it's part of the Criterion
Collection. Resonated with the movie about the apocalypse.
See, that's where you're wrong. Stupid.
All right.
It's not about the freaking apocalypse.
Don't do that.
Why don't you apocalypse this? Sorry.
Take it out.
No, I really did connect with that movie, and almost for all of the same reasons you suggested about The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. You know, it like holds all of these, it checks all the boxes of these components of film that make a film great. Like this isn't like in my Letterboxd review, but I repeat it over and over again that this movie could not have been in color, because I don't know, maybe like I would still appreciate it if it was in color. Maybe it would add something new to it, but honestly I feel like it would almost take away from what's actually going on screen, because like especially the establishing shots in the beginning of the film, there's like so much depth in like those images. It feels, and it really sets the tone for the film, because it's all about life and death and like religion and faith. And so it shows you like these harsh black and white scenes. It's like a vast ocean on like a black sandy beach, and then all of a sudden death appears. And so it was made at the perfect time by the perfect people, and I don't know, it's just a really good film. But even still, like I said, like I feel like that stupid imposter syndrome of like, oh, this freaking dude has the Seventh Seal, a movie from Sweden in the 1950s, as part of his top 4. Freaking gay.
Can I ask you like the context you saw the movie? Like, did you watch it at home? Did you watch it like, was there something going on in your life at the time where you were like, this is vibing with me right now? This is hitting the right spots?
It was last year. This is right before I got married, and I was living with my soon-to-be brother-in-law, and I was just kind of like hanging around because I couldn't really do anything. And so I was like on HBO Max, and HBO Max had like a lot of like contemporary films.
HBO Max. If you want to watch a good movie, go to HBO Max.
Yeah, go to HBO Max, dude. If you're looking for like contemporary films, Akira Kurosawa movies, or anything like that, they are there. And so I was like,
HBO Max, if you can hear me right now, can you please put Akira Kurosawa's Dreams on HBO Max, please? You have every other movie, and I just want to watch Dreams again. I really like that movie. Please put it on. Thank you. Love you.
HBO Max, if you don't have Yojimbo and Tochiro on there already, please do it.
I think they have it on there.
They have Yojimbo and Tochiro?
I'm pretty sure.
Do they have The Human Condition?
I don't think so. That's what I got on you. You've seen The Seventh Seal. I've seen all 3 Human Conditions.
I think it's a bigger. Yeah, but did you?
That's 10 hours. That's 10 hours. That's 10 hours.
Did it penetrate your soul deep enough to make it into your top 4 on Letterboxd?
There's 3 of them. You want me to do 3 out of the 4? Where am I gonna put Surfs Up? Where am I gonna put Surfs Up?
Number 1, you freaking idiot.
All right, get out of here. Please continue.
Get the hell out. Dude, why isn't Surfs Up a part of the Criterion Collection? That movie's contemporary.
Dude, maybe it is.
Oh.
Maybe it is. You don't know that. Jackie Chan box set. You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Surf's Up extended edition.
I was
Widescreen.
thinking though, like as I was reading that stuff, I was like, a movie that I remember like watching and thinking of while I was watching it. I was like, wow, this movie is an older film, and I'm like, but the humor and the the vibe, the ambiance, of the film, I was like, this is incredibly modern, and it was Singing in the Rain. Like
100%.
Like the part of the film when so everyone's at the premiere for their big movie, and then
the Singing Cavalier, the Dancing Cat. What is it? It's one or the other.
It's not the Dancing Cavalier, not the sound one. It's at the beginning of the film when they're going to the premiere, and so what's her name comes out after the movie, the big famous actress, and then the camera goes to these two ladies in the audience, and they go, "Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I think I'll kill myself." And I'm like, "Yo, what?" I was like, "That's freaking hilarious. They had it like that in the 50s, bro? Like, what the frick?" That's hilarious. I can't imagine. Like, it's so funny to me because I'm watching it. I'm like, how did people react to that joke in the theater? Like, did the theater burst out laughing? Like, did people joke like that back then? Like, I'm like, what? Like, there's no way. That's so crazy. And
I completely agree.
And like, yeah, like the rest of the humor in the film is like, it's incredibly fun, and like it's childish, but it's not. I don't know if I'd call it childish. It's innocent, and so it's very pure and incredibly accessible as well to all audiences at all times. And one of the things I said about it was that it's a movie that was made. Frick, I'm gonna like misquote myself, but it was a movie that was made during a time that we now like call to for nostalgia, and it's going back even further. That makes sense. Like, it was made in the 1950s as a period piece of the 1920s. So
interesting.
So like already
like Stranger Things. I'm sorry.
So like already in the 1950s, this movie was nostalgic. This movie was nostalgic to the fresh audiences viewing it when it came out. It was already nostalgic. And so like now, 70 years later, it's even more nostalgic because it's like a double like time capsule of this story told through film.
You've got 1950s filmmaking covering 1920s time.
Depicting like 1920s and the shift from silent to sound in film, which is a story that's told in several films, and almost every film that tells that story is pretty great. There's Singing in the Rain was obviously the first one to do it. Lena Lamont, that's the character in the film that basically gets what's the word? She loses her job because
she gets her career ruined.
Yeah, her career is ruined because she has a terrible sounding voice, which is hilarious because it's true. I remember in like history class, our teacher was like, he was talking about that. We actually watched in that class. We watched what's it called? I think it's called The Artist.
Oh, yep.
Which is a silent film that was made, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. It was a silent film made about that exact scenario of this actor who's at the height of his career, and then movies start shifting into sound, and it's like totally messing him up, messing with his head, and so on and so forth. But our teacher played for us actual recordings of actors and actresses at the time, like their first audio recordings. And it's hilarious because they sound exactly like Lena Lamont in Singing in the Rain.
I can't stand them.
I can't stand him. Like it's so funny. Just like these shrill voices, and it's like it's such a crazy thing to me. I mean, maybe I'm like being dumb about it because I have zero experience in the film industry, but it's just like, yeah, you lost your job because your voice sounds like crap.
That's how it is.
That's showbiz, kid.
Well, I think the other thing that's interesting about that film is how much it wasn't even a concept to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was such a harsh shift. Because do you remember the scene where they play the test footage of a talkie, like a talking picture?
Mm-hmm.
And the producers in the audience don't believe it. They're like, where is he? Go find the guy that's talking along with this picture, because there's no way that there is audio.
Mm-hmm.
And I love seeing that, because you get to see not only the actors try and figure it out. It's cool to see their perspective as like artists, but then it's fun to see like the crew also try and figure it out when they're dealing with that whole thing with Lena, when they're trying to attach the microphone to her and everything. But like there's like that technical side of like, how do we do this, because this is completely foreign. We have never even conceptualized film being this at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see both sides of it, because Don Lockwood on one hand is like, this is fantastic, let's make this terrible movie that we made into something great by maximizing the use of this new technology that we have, and making like a work of art. On the other side, you have people like, where do we put a microphone? How do we make this work? And it's cool to see that shift of everybody's working together to figure it out. And obviously the movie ends up being a big success, and Lena Lamont ruins her career, and in comes Carrie Fisher's mom to take over. But just kidding. Everyone, she is her own person. I just can't remember her name right now. But I just like, it's cool to see how that's depicted at a time where they were still, I guess, I don't know, they were kind of getting into the groove of it. Like you kind of said, it's a period piece from the 20s made in the 50s. And so it's cool to see like people that were doing that. There was a good chance they lived that shift. It's cool to see. But I love that movie. I've made that very clear to you so many times. I grew up on that movie. My mom loves that movie. Fantastic film. Does not get old. Man.
I'm trying to find, how do you read your own review on a movie? I'm stupid. Diary. Let me read you something from my diary.
I hate this guy, dude. Oh my gosh. Who do you think he is?
Dude, have you seen Cinema Paradiso?
Dude, I haven't. That's on the list, though. That is definitely one that I need to watch, because that one has been so high on the list for so long. This is going to be so lame to me to say.
So
but I've always felt that I've gassed it up so much in my head that I need to be in like the perfect state of mind. I need to like just be able to experience the movie as best as possible. Like, and so I've put off watching it. I've got it ready to go, and I've put off watching it for so long because I have these unbelievable expectations in my brain of what that movie's going to be.
Yeah, fair. I was the same way. And then I saw it on, was it on HBO? I don't remember. Anyway, so this was what I was trying to say about Singing in the Rain earlier, that it's a movie calling back for nostalgia from a time that we now call too for nostalgia. So,
yeah,
in a way, it's a very Christopher Nolan experience.
Incredible. Oh my gosh, the flashbacks are in the flashbacks. Memento? What is this? Inception?
Dude,
Inception?
What are you, an insomniac?
Whoa. What are you, Robin Williams right now, dude?
Who's William, and why would I rob him?
Got him.
Yeah, but yeah, like a part of that, it's almost like its own cinematic universe, and it's very funny to me. Like, I'm referring to like that era, like the 20s, and like the transition from silent to sound, because you have, like you said, you have Singing in the Rain, you have the artist, You have Babylon, Damien Chazelle's film, which I've talked with you
You quite
about
like
it.
that movie too.
I had let me just read my review. I'm literally about to say
This
what I
guy
just.
can't say the same thing twice.
Fine, I won't read it. Frick.
All right, my fault, dude. Why don't you just tell me it? You know, bring it from the heart, dude.
This is from the heart. I was literally about to say this, and then I read it.
Wow.
Anyway, I have a love-hate relationship with this movie. I find it disturbing and unsettling at times, but it might be the most beautiful depiction of a love for cinema. Movies, man. Yeah, because I can't remember who said it. I think it's the main actor in the movie, and then it became like the tagline for the movie. Diego Calva, who plays Manny Torres. He said it's like a, what did he say? He said it's like a scarlet note to Hollywood, but a love letter to cinema. Something like that.
Oof.
Basically saying that like Hollywood is like can be really dark and like messed up, but from that is where we get these beautiful pieces of cinema, these timeless things. Because the whole like climax and end of that film is basically him after he leaves Hollywood because of all that dark, messed up stuff. He goes back, and he just goes to watch a movie. And through his eyes, we see like the future of cinema. Like the movie starts flashing you like movies through the ages. It goes from like Singing in the Rain to some Steven Spielberg movies to James Cameron and like all these movies up to the modern day, and then it just is like blows up the screen with just color, which was like super cool. The score of the movie's awesome too. Damien Chazelle is just a dog. One of the things as well in that movie that is kind of a driving force for Brad Pitt's character, because Brad Pitt portrays almost a Don Lockwood character. There's literally a part in the movie where he quotes the line from the French Cavalier, the "I love you, I love you, I love you," and like how cheesy it is. He literally says that in Babylon. Brad Pitt does. And so he now is struggling with the change from silent to sound, but he can't get into it. Like the problem isn't his voice, it's just that he is become accustomed to being just like such a physical actor that he doesn't do well with dialogue because like body language is all he knows. Pretty much.
Fascinating.
Because there's a great part in the film where Manny's character, who just kind of jumps right into the Hollywood scene, which as well is like a perfect depiction of how things were working in Hollywood at the time, where you're just the person who's there, so they have you do whatever. So he was just there. So he was like just there with Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt was like dragging him around. He's all drunk and like struggling to get into wardrobe, and then they call action, and Brad Pitt just like locks in, and like even you as an audience member watching the film, you're like, whoa, like this dude like just arrived in his character and like is doing the scene. So they do a very good job of portraying his character as this formidable presence of an actor, which I guess isn't very hard for Brad Pitt because it's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I get that.
But like I said, there's a part in the film where he feels himself phasing out, and he goes to his agent because his agent is only booking him these like crap gigs at studios and stuff, and she basically tells him that he's done, and that he shouldn't feel bad for it, because just because he's not working doesn't mean that his work is done, because the things that he's done will last forever. And one of the things she says to him, I'm going to try to quote this as best as I can, is that he is the hero of a person that will draw their first breath long before he has drawn his last. That like he has no idea the effect he's gonna have on future generations. And a great scene. I feel bad for not remembering who the actress is in that scene, but Brad Pitt's character in that scene is like very taken aback, and that is a perfect description of these films, of all these films that we're talking about. Is that these things, like, Criterion got it right, man. They passed the vibe check. They're classics for a reason, you know.
Fantastic, dude. I like that idea. Like, this is, like, even though your work is done, your legacy's not.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to influence people. That's what art is. That's what film is. That's Christopher Nolan taken from Heat and maybe Fast and Furious, question mark? What?
Dude. If he ever remakes Ben-Hur and there's a chariot race scene and he like feeds a horse a carrot and the horse just goes like, that's freaking Nos right there, dude. That's inspiration for that.
Dude. Hit the right Nos, there. Bro. Hit the Nos. Oh. If they ever play the Charlie Puth song, dude.
Dude.
You know where that's from.
Dude, you know what Nolan needs to do next? And like this started out as a joke in my brain, but now I'm like pretty serious. Prince of Egypt, dude.
Dude.
Holy crap, could you imagine? He's gonna find a way to part the sea, practically. He's gonna find a way to actually part the sea, dude.
He would do it. I love the memes that I'm seeing right now of him actually like dropping a nuke for Oppenheimer.
The resurgence.
He hates CGI so much that he just nuked somewhere.
Accidentally created Godzilla, so now he has to create a Godzilla film. That's like a funny concept. It's like, guys, there's no way that we're gonna finish this building in a week. They're like, just tell Nolan to make a movie about people finishing a building in a week. And he'll do it for real.
Let's just make it.
But Paul, there's no way we're gonna be able to grow crops in time to draw a profit. It's like, it's all right. I already told this director that making a CGI cornfield is stupid and he should plan a real one.
I told Christopher Nolan about the theory of relativity and Matthew McConaughey. He's on his way to plant the corn.
He's on his way as we speak.
Incredible.
I told Christopher Nolan about my theory of creating an atom bomb. And then he decided to go back in time to tell some dude named Oppenheimer about it so that he could make a movie about it. And the way he went back in time was entering an inverting machine that he then used in the movie Tenet because he wanted to make a movie about it.
I believe it. What a guy. I'm so stoked for the Odyssey.
Yeah,
I think the nail in the coffin for me today, because I don't have a single friend that has given it less than 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. And my buddy just saw it, and he's one of the most, and I love him, but he's very contrarian. He doesn't like movies that are popular, and he likes movies that are less popular.
Nerd.
And he loved it.
Wow.
And so that was the nail in the coffin for me. I'm stoked to see this movie. Give me a week. I'm seeing it in IMAX with some friends.
Good boy.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Where are you watching it?
We're just going to go up north a little bit. Megaplex.
Yeah, boy. That's where I'm watching it. That's where I'm watching it this Saturday, dude.
Dude, frick.
That Megaplex.
I have one of my buddies actually was bringing it up. He might drive down to Vegas to go see it in 70mm. And that might be
the move, dude.
That might be the move. I mean, I love big screens, and I think the biggest compliment I've heard about the Odyssey is this is why movie screens are so big.
Mm-hmm.
And I love, because it's interesting because, like, I've said this to you before, but my dad is old. And something he said to me very recently, because I was talking about how IMAX is and how cool IMAX is. And he goes, you don't understand, though, is that all movie theaters used to be that big. Then they tried to compact them, and they tried to fit as many people, in one. But movie theaters used to be that big. He said, you haven't seen A New Hope like I saw A New Hope. Because you haven't seen it in a movie theater and you haven't seen that Star Destroyer come over the top with all that big music. He's like, you've seen it on TV. You haven't seen A New Hope like I've seen A New Hope back in 1977.
Yeah, bro. No. He's like, you watched A New Hope. I watched Star Wars.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Biggest facts, dude. Yeah, dude. That's crazy. I never thought about that.
So I'm very excited.
That theaters were like always like big. Because if you think about it, like all the older theaters that I know of around where I live, it's one cinema, one screen.
Yeah.
You know, so
Massive.
they make the most of whatever space they have. So they're usually massive. You know, they're these beautiful Odeons. Super cool. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
And I think you sent me that meme recently about the guy seeing the Odyssey and the Trojan Horse or whatever, but he's just in a theater watching the Odyssey, but there's like maybe 14 seats in it, and it's like 3 to a row, and it's in this really thin, long theater up to a small screen.
Yeah, it looks like a ghetto home theater. Almost.
Yeah. And we used to have like balconies.
Yeah, man, we used to have terraces.
Wow.
The angle and view was probably terrible, but we had it.
All I'm trying to say is I'm really excited for next year when they re-release A New Hope in theaters for 50 years.
No.
That's all I want. Put it in an IMAX. I don't care.
You know what would be cool?
I want to see a big movie.
What would be cool is if they actually screened like the original cut and original film without like the later on added CGI.
I have heard word on the street is that's how they're going to do it. And that's all I want. That's all I want. I'm not asking for a lot.
Hey, how many copies of that film do they even have?
You can get it. We had it on VHS growing up. So.
Yeah, just like copy the VHS onto a 35 millimeter film, dude. Easy peasy.
But I really do think that's my dad's take there is super interesting because
that's true. That's so valid.
He's like, you got to go see it like I saw it. You don't understand what this movie did. I also think the context of my dad seeing it, because he has a very short list of movies that he really likes, and that surprised him. And that includes, it's a random list, but it's A New Hope. There's more than this, but I think A Christmas Story is on there, and the Princess Bride. Because my dad didn't actually, like, I remember for that one he didn't care for the book. But for Star Wars, he had just seen a similar space movie, like, a little while before that, and it was terrible. And I don't remember what it was called, but my dad was like,
was it
space
Metal
movies
Storm?
suck. Metal Storm is so good. Okay,
Dude,
and the stunts are amazing, and the director's a nice lady. But nothing bad happened on that set, and Jason Momoa was part of the project the whole time. But he was like, had sworn off space movies and was like, space movies suck. And then his roommate comes in, he's like, dog, you got to see this movie. And he's like, no, space movies suck. He's like, no, you got to see this movie. And he went in as a hater. He was like, frick space movies, frick this movie, it's going to suck also. Friggin' blew his mind. Roger Ebert called it, or what, is that his name? The famous, I think it's Roger Ebert, called it an out-of-body experience.
Gangster.
So,
yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Star Wars is cool. I remember when I first watched Star Wars: A New Hope, it was in my dad's office in this little store that he had. My dad had tried doing all kinds of businesses as I was growing up, and one of them was like a thrift store, basically. And so I remember being in his office, and I think literally like one of the donations was like a VHS box set of the original trilogy. And so I was watching A New Hope on like a little TV in his office, and the image that's burned into my mind is just the Tusken Raiders on that TV, just going.
You'd love to see it.
That's just I just have a unique experience watching that film. Like Star Wars is cool, but I don't think I have the same like emotional connection to it as a film, and that's definitely because it was always around when I was growing up, and like it was already a franchise, you know. Like I'm pretty sure my first film, my first Star Wars movie was The Phantom Menace, and that was like my Star Wars movie. Like I had seen that so many times growing up. Like we had that one on DVD, and I loved that movie since before I could read properly because I called it The Phantom Menac. I didn't know C could make an S sound.
I'm a stupid freaking kid, dude. What the
I
fetch?
know, what a freaking idiot.
Dude, what's a menac? What's a menac?
Menac. I don't know, but I also didn't know what a menace was either, so.
Dude, you were one. That's why I look in the mirror, dog.
No. Star Wars is so cool. I wonder if Star Wars is part of the Criterion Collection.
I doubt it. I think that's because you
They're
said
like,
it's
too
distribution
mainstream.
in there.
Too mainstream. But no, like,
You
it's
said
just movies that
distribution,
are.
but, like,
That's part of it, yeah. Well, because I was curious, because like while we were reading about that, that's why I brought up Singing in the Rain, because while we were reading like the description of like contemporary and whatever, I was like, Singing in the Rain is a super contemporary movie. I wonder if it's part of the Criterion Collection, and it is.
So just looked it up, and it's a licensing question. So they have not licensed it. It's Disney and
Disney.
Lucasfilm kind of holding it.
Yeah. I was just talking.
People are bringing
with
up
Jana.
good points. It's about restoring the 1977 original. Like that's what they want.
Yeah.
And Disney don't want it.
Yeah, Disney sucks. I was just talking with Jana about how like there's that new Dune, or not Dune. See, I said the wrong movie because I care that little. Freaking
You're dumb as rocks, dude.
Avengers Doomsday. More like
Oh my
Avengers
gosh.
Doomsday, bro. Because that's what I'm gonna watch that day. Because, bro, like I don't care, and it upsets me that I don't care. Because I used to care about these movies, and they used to be cool, and now I just don't give a frick, dude.
So I watched that. That trailer released today, the day that we're filming this.
Haven't seen
And
it.
this is what I'm going to tell you. Even though you haven't seen it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Do you remember? I'm going to bring you back to 2015, 2016. All right? You go on YouTube and you see a video that says, new trailer, Avengers 4. And you're like, dude, Avengers 4 or Avengers whatever was coming out, Avengers 3. And you click on that. And then they're cutting together like clips of Iron Man from the movies, from the Iron Man movies, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is crazy. And all of a sudden you start seeing clips of Spider-Man and like Andrew Garfield clips. You're like, what the fetch? You know what I'm saying? And it like they make like a fake trailer by clipping together like shots from other movies.
They give you one shot of Narnia for some reason.
And you're like, dude, Narnia's it. And then you realize that this has been out for 3 months and there's 1,200 views.
Aslan will return in Avengers Doomsday?
Oh my gosh. That's what that trailer feels like. And it's interesting. I was reading the comments on the trailer, and everyone was like, I used to get chills for these things. This doesn't hit.
Yeah.
It looks like they just took clips from the last few, like the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, and they just put it in. And they're like, look at this person that's in the movie. And it means nothing. And literally, I was watching it, and it reminded me of those old fake trailers from back in the day.
You guys, this is not contemporary. It is not modern. It does not pass the vibe check. Leave it behind. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it behind. I don't know if I'm going to go watch that movie in the theater.
Avengers Doomsday and Infinity Vision will not be in the Criterion Collection.
Nope. It's not going to be.
Infinity Vision, by the way, is what I was telling you about the other day.
Oh, the freaking
They
Disney
made their own fake
format.
IMAX. Because they lost the IMAX slot to Dune.
Infinity Vision. What is it? It's just like a bit
What
bigger.
is that? I don't know, man. I don't know.
What even is that?
Cash grab.
Dumb, dude. Nah. That's sad. That's really too bad. I wonder, well, I was going to say, like, I wonder how old, like, if the Criterion looks at, like, if a movie came out this year, if it would be, like, become part of the Criterion Collection. You know what I mean? Like, if it has
How long
to
does
be
it take a
older.
movie? Like, what?
Yeah,
what's
because
the
if Fantastic
criteria?
Mr. Fox is a part of the Criterion Collection, like, that's from this, it's like, what? 2000s? Like, it's a newer film.
Yeah. Let's see what Reddit has to say. This freaking 13-year-old asked the question.
In a Reddit?
Yeah. It has to be exemplary film of its kind. Okay, well,
Dude,
I guess it's up to the people. There's not a specific
give the
criteria.
Odyssey a Criterion right the frick now, dude.
Dude. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I wonder if Nolan has a film that's part of the Criterion collection. Oh, Following is a part of the Criterion collection.
Is that a Nolan film?
Yeah, that was his first like official film release.
I've literally never heard of that movie.
It's pretty good. It's about this guy who basically wants to become like a petty thief and criminal. And so he finds a dude to like teach him how to do it. Because he basically he's bored, and what he does is he follows people, and so he follows this one dude who he sees as like a pickpocket, and then he kind of tags along with his petty crimes and becomes part of them. And then obviously things escalate, and you learn more things about the characters, because like any Nolan film, it's not told in chronological order, but it's pretty good. It's a black and white.
He was smoking that pack since day one.
Yeah, dude. I think someone recently asked him about like why, or like how it came to him to use, like they said that he used time as like his muse for his films, and frick, I can't remember what his answer was, so me bringing this up was completely pointless and a waste of time. But
yeah, man, this podcast really sucks, dude. Thanks for having me on.
Sucks. He likes to bring up ideas and then can't actually follow them up with his sources, and actually doesn't give any information to contribute in any way.
This guy's dumb as rocks, bro.
Hey, want to know what Elon Musk said about Christopher Nolan?
He said, what?
Elon Musk has heavily criticized Christopher Nolan over his casting choices and creative decisions for the film The Odyssey. Musk accused Nolan of desecrating Homer's epic poem and sacrificing his integrity to meet Academy Award diversity rules. I'm going to stop it there.
All right, Elon. Cool, man. Great take, dude.
Funny.
Bro did not want to see Travis Scott in a movie.
Surprisingly, that's not the one he was upset about.
I understand. I have an idea of who he's upset about. We're not gonna worry about it.
Come for the film talk. Stay for our opinions on trans people.
Welcome to the politics.
At minute 60, you guys can.
No need, man. No need. Shout out Elliot Page, bro.
Shout out Elliot Page.
Who's not playing Achilles, so...
No, everyone's an idiot.
Chill out.
Everyone's a freaking idiot. Also...
Stop yelling.
Sorry.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to just the people. Instagram comment sections.
Stop yelling about a dude. Why are you angry about a dude who has 5 minutes of screen time in a 3-hour movie?
Chill out. Who cares?
Same thing with freaking Lupita Nyong'o. She's 3 minutes of screen time.
Oh, really? That's disappointing, actually.
Well, it's not like about Troy, you know?
I understand that, though, but I like her.
Yeah, no, she's cool. She's a nice lady, dude.
Nice lady.
Nice person. Oh, I did see a clip of her at like a red carpet, and someone asked her what her favorite mythical creature was, and she legit could not give an answer. And her excuse was that she was jet lagged. So, I thought that was pretty funny.
I like that Cyclops.
But she didn't even say that, though. You know what I mean? Like, you could literally just be like, oh, what's that one that's like a horse, but it's a human? Or like a centaur?
Unicorn.
Unicorn, dude.
It's a unicorn.
Because they have human thoughts. Ooh, oh,
for those who are just listening, he just stared into the eyes of whoever asked the question.
I stared into the eyes of the unicorn. But yeah, what's your favorite mythical creature, Cal? Can be
Travis Scott.
Dude, man of legend,
Dude.
man of myth.
Dude.
Like, could you imagine if black people were real?
Don't do that. Take that out.
No, like I want them to be. I think that would be cool. Robert Downey Jr. in that one movie is really awesome.
Oh, no, dude. He's a guy pretending to be a guy.
You're a dude, but then I'm a dude. Pretending to be a dude disguised as another dude. You're the dude, don't know which dude he is.
Goodness gracious.
No, for real. What's your favorite creature of myth?
Dude, I think it's gotta be. Listen, man. All you ball knowers out there are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. My brother growing up, he was into dragonology. All right. Ooh, he used to host. We were chilling, bro. I'd just be like a little kid. He's my older brother. He'd sit me down. He'd say, "Welcome to dragonology class." And he'd open this book. It's got this jewel on the front. Oh my goodness, bro!
You
I learned
got
all
the
about
scales.
Dragons. I learned all about. It's got this that you can touch.
Got the dragon eyeball, dude.
Dude, oh my gosh. So give me a dragon, dude. I know that's a basic answer, but that's a good reason though. I know all about them. They got the envelopes on the inside. You can pull it out. They got letters and stuff about dragons.
Dude, are you asking
notes?
me? Are you asking me to imagine dragons right now?
I am.
Dude, all right.
That's all I'm saying, man. Give me dragons.
Hold on. What's the difference between a dragon and a? Do you say wyvern or wyvern? I say wyvern.
What the fetch is a wyvern?
So you say wyvern?
No, I don't know what that is.
This freaking idiot! Everybody look at him with shame.
Mike, no, this is audio.
Everybody flood his DMs with a description of the difference between a dragon and a wyvern.
Never do that.
Freaking idiot! This guy talked
not.
about. Oh, I took dragonology. Did you even pass, dude?
I didn't, dude. I was a child. I was a dumb baby.
There you go.
I was a dumb baby.
This guy's like, ask me anything about dragons. I did a whole freaking diorama on dragons.
I'm looking it up. Dude. A wyvern is a. I'm gonna look up pronunciation. I'm gonna see. We're gonna see how dumb you are.
Don't try and turn this on me, dude.
It's wyvern.
It is wyvern?
A wyvern is a legendary winged creature typically depicted as a bipedal dragon. Unlike a bipedal dragon with two legs, two wings, and often a venomous barbed tail. You didn't know about a barbed tail. You didn't say anything about a barbed tail.
I didn't say anything about anything. I asked you, and you couldn't tell me. If you had asked me,
listen.
I would have told you.
This is squares and rectangles. Wyverns are dragons.
No.
Not all dragons are wyverns.
No.
Squares and rectangles.
Wait, this is a spoiler, but not a spoiler. He kind of does that in the Odyssey.
Talking about John Bernthal?
Yeah, he kind of does that.
Dude!
No. He's like, no.
Put John Bernthal in obsession, bro.
He doesn't say, let me tell you something, though. But he does tell him something.
I feel like...
And he lets him.
Anytime you have a line in a movie, yeah.
He lets him.
You're telling somebody something.
Whether they like you or not.
So all I'm saying is, Tomas is full of crap. I know what a wyvern is.
Whoa.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
I said what I said. Yeah. All right, bro.
Anyway, okay. Well,
let me get my GED in dragonology.
Do you have a favorite kind of dragon?
Hungarian horntail.
All right.
You ever seen Harry Potter 4? You ever seen the Goblet of Fire?
Chinese fireball.
Fun fact.
Ooh.
Why did you say that?
That's the line in the movie, okay? That's what he says. When they're picking the dragons out of the bag, the freaking Victor Crumb picks out the dragon, and then the guy just goes, Chinese fireball. Ooh.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And me and my siblings laugh about it all the time.
I just want to say something real quick. When that book came out, when did the book came out? When did the book come out?
I don't know, in the 90s.
When did the Goblet of Fire
specifically,
book
when did the
release?
Goblet of Fire
July
come
8th,
out?
2000. Okay, maybe it was when we had heard about the movie coming out, okay? But my sister and I are dumb little kids, all right? And we had heard about this new Harry Potter. I guess it was the movie, okay?
Of the Goblet of Fire specifically?
Specifically the film coming out. We had heard about it. We're dumb little kids. We thought it was called The Goblin of Fire. And so we were out there. I remember I have this specific memory theorizing with my sister who the Goblin of Fire was. We thought it was Dobby. We were like, it's going to be Dobby. Dobby is the Goblin of Fire.
Ooh.
He's got some big things in store. Dobby, he's the Goblin of Fire.
Yo. That would have been sick.
My guy was a servant. Now he's the Goblin.
Dobby is
They gave him a sock. Bigger and better things, man. So I just want to say that, J.K. Rowling, let me write your next play or political novel for some reason.
Let me run your Twitter.
J.K. Rowling, let me run your Twitter. I will come up with so many fun facts. Please.
Nah.
You were going to... I know, I can see it. For those who are watching, Tomas just thought of something devious about probably naming a specific type of person in a J.K. Rowling work of literature. Also, I'm going to say...
Yeah. Well, we've talked ourselves into nothing. So... Oh,
Who
wait.
do you think the Goblin of Fire is going to be?
Dude.
Send us a DM.
Dude. Wait.
Who do you think the Goblin of Fire is going to be? I'm asking the audience. I don't care what you think.
No,
You think it's going to be Creature, don't you? You think it's going to be Creature. He wasn't in the books yet. He wasn't invented yet. He wasn't born yet. It's not going to be Creature. Were you crazy?
No, I was just remembering Prisoner of Azkaban, and I was like, why do... Like, to my memory, they look older in Prisoner of Azkaban than they do in the Goblet of Fire.
It's because their hair's longer.
So it makes them look younger? I thought short hair made you look younger.
I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for you.
Anyway, you're not going to ask me what my favorite mythical creature is?
Who's your favorite mythical creature? Is it the Goblin of Fire?
The Minotaur. I think the Minotaur is really cool. He's really big and really strong.
You couldn't answer one of his riddles, bro.
The
Yes, you a
Minotaur
riddle right now.
doesn't have riddles. He just eats it.
I thought in the Percy Jackson he asked him riddles.
Are you freaking retarded? You're
Don't
thinking
do
of the
that.
Sphinx. You're thinking of the Sphinx.
No, dude. Facts. Cut the cameras. Cut the podcast is over. Who do you think the Goblin of Fire is gonna be?
Doesn't know the difference between a dragon and a wyvern. Doesn't freaking know the freaking Sphinx and the freaking labyrinth. Doesn't know what the freaking Minotaur is. Idiot.
Dude, cut the cameras, bro.
Dude, you're gonna have to read Homer's Odyssey before you go watch the
This
movie
is the
because
last episode, bro.
you're not gonna know what the frick is going on.
Okay. I'll let you know what I think of it when I see it, bro.
Yes, go watch it. Everybody, go watch the Odyssey. Honestly, I watched it in regular. It was freaking fantastic. I have yet to watch it in IMAX, but I will watch it in IMAX, and then I will watch it in IMAX 70mm. I will give you guys an update, but don't wait. Just go and watch it in whatever format that you have readily accessible to you, whether it be an IMAX screen or, as Cal suggested, an Apple Watch. Just watch it.
Watch it on your Game Boy Advance video
Watch it on your freaking Game Boy Advance, the one that doesn't have like the lighting, the one that you need the little lamp for.
Yeah, without the backlight, the original model.
Yeah.
Watch it on that. I have Shark Tale on one of those.
Fire.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, you guys. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Come and talk about movies with my best bud Cal and me.